What is good, my peoples? This is Kobe2408. I'm currently on the PBE. This is patch 8.6. A lot of things went down in this patch. We got the new Conqueror Keystone. It's back on the PBE. Quinn's Rework is also back on the PBE. Leblanc got her rework. She is on the PBE. However, she's disabled at the moment. She has a bug where she's able to one-shot everybody. Obviously, the AP ratios are all screwed up on her spells, so she got disabled, but her rework is out on the PBE. Once she is fixed, she will be playable, and then she's basically the old Leblanc. If you've never played the old Leblanc, you don't have the mimic thing on your ultimate. It's actually on your passive, and once you are about like 40% health, Leblanc just goes invisible, and then another one of her clones goes out. I should have video on that, you guys can see. And then her ultimate is just a copy of any spell that you last used. So if you use your Q, then you can use your ultimate. Your ultimate will be your Q. And then if you use like QW, then the last thing you used was W, right? So that is what your ultimate would be. So it is just basically the old Leblanc. Amazing. I love the old Leblanc. The only thing is the old Leblanc had so much burst, so they are tuning her down a little bit. But I can't wait to play her once she is fixed. Also, Locket got reworked. It's on here. We're going to take a look at that. Guinsoo's Blade also got reworked. It got reworked this morning, and then it got reworked again. So it got actually 2 reworks within a couple hours. It's pretty insane. So we'll take a look at those. But first, I want us to talk about Lissandra because she is getting a rework on her passive. This is her current passive right now, Iceborne. Every 9 seconds, Lissandra's next ability costs no mana. It's probably the worst passive in the game. It's so stupid. So basically, you get a free spell every so often, which isn't that like mana flow band or something? It's an awful passive. But here is her rework on the screen. I'm just gonna go through it, and it should come out in patch 8.7 hopefully. So they are getting rid of the old passive. Like I said, every 9 seconds you get a free ability to use. So they're actually gonna change that, and the new passive is gonna grant Lissandra bonus damage against targets she has previously impaired the movement of. Slow, root, stun, bonus damage scales with AP. That's pretty crazy. Basic attacks get half the bonus damage. Then on her W, if she hits 3 or more targets, its cooldown is significantly reduced, and Lissandra's next spell costs no mana. Base CD increase somewhat, mana cost reduced. Okay, overall damage reduced somewhat on WER to offset power in passive. Okay, and then base mana regen per level, and then starting mana is increased. She does have mana issues normally in the early game. But I think this passive is going to be so good for Lissandra because all her spells are like movement impairing effects. Her Q slows. Her W roots, right? Her E, I think her E slows as well. And then the ultimate obviously slows or stuns or whatever. But how you play Lissandra is you want to root them and then ulti yourself. That's all you do with Lissandra, really. That's basically her combo. I'll show her combo real quick right here. Let's just get these up. So this is what you normally want to do, and then I think this new passive is going to help her tremendously, especially in team fighting, because she does lack a lot of damage late game. Basically mid to late game is where she suffers a lot. But as you can see, this is the combo. You just E in, then you W. When you root them with the new passive, they'll take extra damage from any of your spells and auto attack damage, and then you just ulti yourself. And that's her whole kit, is using her W quite a bit. So if you get 3 people with your W, just like I'm doing right here, with the new passive, the passive obviously is not on the PvE yet, but it'll be in next patch. You get a free cast on any spell, which is great. So basically they're taking this passive, making it on the W, and then creating a new passive for her. I think it's amazing. It's going to be so good. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, but I love playing Lissandra personally, so I can't wait to see that. So now let's take a look at the new item changes. First up, let's just look at Guinsoo, because I bet you're wondering what happened to Guinsoo. This is the new build order on Guinsoo now. So it's an amplifying tome. I think it's still the same price, but the ability power has been reduced. I think it was like 50 ability power, now it's 25 attack damage and 25 attack speed, which is the same. However, there is a new passive, basic attacks, which is the unique passive. Basic attacks against champions grant 8% attack speed, plus 3% attack damage, and plus 3% ability power for 4 seconds, and stacks up to 6 times. So what they're doing here is they want to make this better for melee champions. Like Master Yi will probably take this. I know Trendamir might even take this. I'm not sure how well this item will do on melee champs. I know Master Yi, it will be pretty good, but I'm not really sure who else would take it. Again, this is what the changes with Guinsoo's, and you know, I just gotta try it out. That's what you gotta do on the PvE. Try things out and see if they work. That's Guinsoo's Rageblade, but then let's take a look at Locket, because that is a really huge change on the PvEs. So we'll take a look at the Locket. Let's just buy that. This is what's pretty insane. Okay, so it is completely different. So it has this insane global too. So it creates a zone. So all you have to do, let me just make sure my hotkeys are okay. There we go. So it's almost like Redemption. You kind of just cast it somewhere, and then there we go. And then it creates this zone. And once you're in the zone, you get shielded. Let's see how much shielding damage. After a brief, creates a protective field. Allied enemies within the field are dealt 35% less damage. That is pretty insane. And the crazy thing about this, it's like, at the moment, it's global. I can cast it here. I can cast it here. I can cast it here. I'm all the way at my base. So, this is crazy. This is the new Locket, by the way. I'm not really sure how I feel about that. I think they're going to change it where it actually has like a, maybe it's not global. But, yeah, so let's say, for example, your ADC is getting jumped on across the map by 5 enemies. You can just cast it, boom, shield them, just like this. This is insane. Let me know what you guys think about the Locket change, but that's what they're thinking. It's a little more skill involved, and yeah, you don't have to be next to your ADC to cast it, or your team. Pretty cool. I kind of like the change. So Ahri got a massive buff in this patch as well, but before I get into that, there's new Ssd skins that will be coming out soon. Here they are on the screen. We have Talia, we have Jarvan, we have Ezreal, and then we have Gnar, as well as Xayah and Rakan, which is pretty cool. So these are new Ssd skins. They should be out next month. The April Fool skins just came out, so we just have to wait a month before the Ssd skins will most likely appear on the PvE. Also, there'll be a lot more pool party skins that will be coming out, and this one right here is Zoe. If you didn't already know, yes, Zoe's getting a pool party skin in the summer, so that's pretty cool. So let's get into the Ahri changes. Okay, so first up, they changed her Q. It no longer gives you that movement speed boost, which I think kind of sucks, but I really like the speed boost. However, they made her charm ridiculous strong. They added something extra to it, so enemies hit by the charm become vulnerable for 5 seconds, taking 20% more damage from Ahri's abilities. That is insane. So they want to basically punish people who get charmed, and then reward Ahri for hitting people with charm and then her other abilities. So this is huge. This is going to make Ahri very strong in the mid to late game. And if she's fed, it's going to be hard to stop her, especially if you get hit by the charms. So she does, again, 20% more damage if she lands a charm. So I landed a charm, used my abilities, and just does 20% more damage, which is crazy. So she doesn't have the movement speed, so she feels really slow. 330 movement speed, ugh. But yeah, so hit the charm and then just use all your abilities within that time frame. Let's see how long it how long did it say it lasts? 5 seconds. Yeah, that's pretty long. There it is. The unit takes 20% more magic damage from Ahri. That is insane. So you could run Gunblade. You can run, oh my god, Proto Bell. That would be so crazy. Oh my god, this is gonna be insane for Ahri. It's gonna make it really strong though. But that's all I got for you guys for today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about all these changes. But as always, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I'm Kobe24. Thank you for watching, and you guys stay awesome, my friends, and I'm out. Peace.